Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Falcons and the Dolphins, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. But tonight, we've got a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Miami Dolphins. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Miami. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now, Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Injuries overshadowed a great season from Tua last season. He led a Miami passing game that was one of the best in the league, and even more importantly, took them to the postseason for the first time in 6 years. That jump they were looking for from him, it absolutely occurred.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
You still hold your breath a little when Tua gets out of the pocket, but there he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Bringing them out, a guy who's top 30 all-time in yards and touchdowns. Not bad for a 4th-round pick back in 2012. Captain Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a 4th-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Cousins throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here now, 2nd and 4. They go play action. Cousins. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Cousins. And that's caught inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. That's into the hands of Dwelly. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Now Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here?
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down, now they lose it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 62 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Cousins. His throw incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Robinson on a give right side. Sheds off the tackle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Cousins on first down. That pass complete to Moore. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
2nd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. Locates Mooney on the out route. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, here's Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, nice move. There he goes, left side. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 73 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
Atlanta regains possession of the football.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. On play action, Cousins.
He's got his man, London, right side.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Cousins. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. From the red zone now, Cousins.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air again, it's Cousins.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta.
10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field.
They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it, and it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Tua to throw again.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And here now come the Falcons.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
A give left side to Robinson.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best.
On the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football.
Now 2nd and 9.
As they've got it as we resume action. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17.
First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. Well, now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Throw caught by Achane.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he gets this up past the 30.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Wide off play action. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Here's White.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
White on 3rd and long.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Back deep, Ray McLeod.
Taken from just outside the 30. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Falcons.
That punt returned 69 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Koo now for the point after.
It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now he dumps this off over the middle and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Now White.
That is caught.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, it's White. Able to get away. And that'll be incomplete.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. White looks to throw. He shakes him off. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
Here's McLeod on the return.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45.
And it will be Falcon football.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw, and unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Achane to start the drive.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner, and he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now White. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, White. And the pressure gets to him again. Lorenzo Carter. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
One of only 2 rookies to top 1,000 yards on the ground last year. Here's Tyler Algier on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Dwelly. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. A good pickup there at 22.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They go play action here on 1st down.
That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll run here with Algier.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Keith Smith, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The return man, Wilson. Now it's Wilson.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Miami set to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as they used to be, huh?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. White. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now here's Bradley Pinion now.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Back to the air on 2nd down. White. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking to throw. White.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on first down, White.
Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd down and 3.
Back to throw again. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
From the gun, here's White. That's into the hands of Fortson.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Sanders is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon God.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
The throw down the field caught by his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. They'll give to Algier out of the gun.
Oh, look at the juke.
Still on his feet. Inside the 10.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Tyler Algier.
64 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Coup for the extra point.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now White with a first down throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
2nd and 10. Again, it's White. He'll dump this off to Achane.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now. And they
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So now on comes the Dolphins offense as he'll try and go for 2 here. Here's a toss coming right. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Algier with another carry.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On 1st and 10, White. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's White. Oh, he stays up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Shreds the tackle. Sheds another.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
On the counter, here's Algier.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'll stick with Algier.
They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
White now on first down.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the air on second down. White. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Achane gets it from the gun.
A solid stiff arm.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down. To throw, White. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Kentavious Street in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now White.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. Now White. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
And here comes Berrios.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Starting the drive with Algier.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick.
Here's Berrios.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Again, it's Achane.
Shifts by him, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now White off the bootleg. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
Back now in Miami. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Able to shake him off.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll drop to throw.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Finding space at the 40.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw again. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Back to throw again. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Option play. Here's Algier.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They'd been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Algier going straight ahead.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Handing it off, right side, Algier.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just...
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
115 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. White looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. Back to throw. And this one complete to Smith. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9.
White. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
White on 3rd and long.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. Dances by him. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit. And
there he goes, right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Algier now up the middle.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw here. He completes this one to Mack. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Give to Algier from the shotgun.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he fends him off.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Play action. Here's White.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
2nd and 10. Again, it's White.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. To throw, White. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's White.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A give, running right, Achane.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A beautiful fake. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Now White. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
White off play action. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Here's White.
That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy, and they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down 35-34, 2:11 to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
So a field goal on this drive could settle things. Remember, no overtime in the preseason, though a tie now seems hardly likely.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now left side on the swing pass.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
He's back to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
2nd down, this is Wilson.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
They'll go. Achane.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
So out come the Falcons now.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll look to throw.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey, and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.